beat it, get it, oh no.
Hi everybody, welcome to Aikidoflow. It's been a long time, man. It's been in the end of a lockdown and everything. You know, that's just come over now, so we're out and about making more videos for your entertainment. Now, today we're going to talk about reliability, okay? Reliable techniques, okay? We all want reliability in our life, like, you know, we want our cars to be reliable, our friends to be reliable.
We want our women to be reliable.
There's such thing as that. No, I'm joking. No, yeah, of course, you know, we want reliability in our life. So, in a street fight, you want your techniques to be reliable. Now, you know, you could practice over and over and over again, you know, all your techniques can become reliable, but sticking to the basics are often more reliable. Like, for example, like trying to do some mad butterfly kick, you know, that's less reliable than just straight punching someone in their face. So, we need reliability. So today, we're gonna have a look at this. Taking that line back. Now, if you think about all the top fighters, they've all got their like signature techniques, like, you know, Conor McGregor, he's got his straight jab. Tyson had his uppercut, you know, that bang, bang, that boom, that uppercut he used to do. Like Muhammad Ali had his Ali shuffle and, you know.
Show me that.
I don't know, shuffle. He did this thing where he'd be dodging his head. It's called a rope-a-dope. On the back of the ropes and he's dodging his head and he'd be ducking and all the punches and everything. No! But yeah, they all had their signature moves. Now, obviously, those signature moves, they practiced and practiced and practiced them over and over again, which is what made them reliable for them. Now, we want our reliability, okay? And the way to get reliable techniques is just to practice them over and over and over again and keep it simple. So, let's do this. I forgot what was coming next. When I was 18, I started doing Aikido. I remember having a situation where...
18?
Yeah, I was about 18 years old.
I thought you were only 18.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still looking. Don't let the grays fool you, know. I'm still a young blood. But when I was about 18, I started doing Aikido. I remember having a situation where my sister's ex-boyfriend, they just broken up. He came to our workplace, mouthing it off, you know, tell your sister this and that. He was much older than me, bigger than me. I thought I was some bad man. I was like, get out of my face, blah, 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 blah. And it ended up me and him getting into a little bit of a scuffle. I remember he grabbed me by my throat and he held me by my throat. And I tried to do some Aikido on his hand and this and that, and it just wasn't working. And he ended up just holding me and just slapping me around, you know, treat me like a rag doll. But I realized afterwards I didn't practice my techniques to a point where they were reliable. I hadn't practiced it enough and I didn't perform the technique correctly, which is why it didn't work and why I got myself into the situation. And I always think back to that time, I think back and I thought, I should have just done something a lot more basic and a lot more reliable instead of trying to show off with some fancy lock, which is what I was trying to do. So, today is all about reliability and we're going to show you the most reliable technique. Now, the technique I find most reliable is to fool somebody, okay? You need to lure them into a false sense of security, okay? You need to just make them believe you're going to do something that you're not, okay? So for example, if I'm in a situation, most fights, okay? Now at this point, if a fight gets to this point where you're both squaring up, you know, I should have just turned around and walked away. But sometimes...
Hey, you...
sometimes being on the doors, you can't walk away, you know. I'm at my job, there's a nightclub's behind me, I can't pick up the nightclub and walk away. So I need to be here. Now, what I would tend to do is, I'm in a situation like this, I know this person, they want to fight, they want to attack. So what I would do, you know, I get to a point where I do either one or two things. I make them think that I'm doing something up here, and then suddenly it could be bang, like my leg comes in from the bottom. but I've kind of fooled them into thinking I'm attacking up half. Or, you know, if it gets full on and, you know, I'm kicking down below, eventually they start to block down below, and eventually I go bang and I come up top. But it's a case of fooling this person. People, without even realizing, they'll try to watch your body language. They'll look for patterns without even knowing. And if they think you're constantly kicking them down here, kicking them down here, kicking them down here, eventually it goes a block down there. That's when you come up top. If I go low and they're blocking low and suddenly I come from up top, I can take them down. Or if they think I'm coming up top and suddenly I go low and I take them from the legs. But either way, once I've got them down on the ground, then I can just, you know, pound, 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 ground and pound. Well, that's if it's necessary.
Subscribers always asking, okay, distance. What distance? How do I judge the distance? When do I go in? How far do I need to be?
My way I judge my distance is I always have my hands out in a passive way. So I'm here. I also don't want to look like the aggressor. So I'm here. This is a good distance. I know here, the most I can do is reach my hands. But at the same time, I can also close this gap quite quickly as well. But that's where I want to be. And as they step forward, I step back. I always try to keep that distance.
Just show me how you did that.
How I did.
How you did that move there.
This here, it's just a case of, I'm just knocking the hand out of the way. I'm just knocking that way. I'm keeping that distance and I'm knocking the hand out of the way. And I'm just literally jumping forwards here, like this, on this same leg. I'm knocking it out of the way. So I'm closing the distance in a way where I can still
show me
hit
that slow,
someone.
man. Show me that slow, man. Let me see that slow. That's too fast. I can't see that. I'm sure the subscribers can't see that either. Okay, so slowly.
I'm here, and it's a case of, I'm just here and I'm knocking the hand out of the way here. I'm knocking it here and I'm shuffling forward as I'm doing it and I'm going bang. Or it can be anywhere here, bang, can be a straight punch. But it's about me closing that distance and just slapping the hand out of the way. Basically getting out of my way. I can use the same hand if I want to and slap it out of the way.
Yeah, by the way, that slap is hurt. Sorry. Can you show us how the top half is connected to the bottom half? Because like it looks like you've got two things going on at the same time.
What I'm doing is, as I'm moving forwards, I'm using the power of my movement and the momentum of my hand to power me. So I'm not kind of moving forward and then striking. I'm using that to strike. Again, it's the difference between me trying to push somebody with just my arm strength or me trying to push them with my whole body strength. And that's the difference. That's what's going to make that attack much more powerful. Moving in with the speed of my hand and the momentum of my body. That's where the power comes from.
When do you make the decision to start this attack? No, hang on a second. Is this an attack or defense?
I would say it's both, because I know an attack is imminent. It's going to come. If you're in that situation where you're on the street and you're in a point where we're like this, especially if I haven't instigated it, my first reaction is going to be this. But he gets to a fighter stance. The first thing they'll do, they always try to do is knock your hands out of the way. Yeah, they try and knock your hands out of the way in the air. And from that point, I know, okay, look, this person's coming towards me. I always try to step back because that gives that person a chance to kind of walk away. Realize that I'm stepping back. I don't want any trouble. But if they keep stepping forwards, then in my mind, I can attack now. I've stepped back 5 times, you're still coming towards me. So now I know an attack is imminent. You're not giving up. You're not backing down. I can't walk away. I'm at work. So I can attack. At this point, I'm defending myself. That's the way I look at it. I would always use the words, I felt my life was in danger. I thought he was armed. The good thing about CCTV is that often doesn't pick up what you say. If you have to say, look, he threatened me, said he was going to stab me. I assumed he had a knife on him. That's why I decided to attack first. And it's just for your own safety. I'd rather do that than wait for the attack. Because for all I know, he could have a knife on him. And I don't want to be on the end of that. So I'm going to attack first and then answer questions later.
Can you just show us those 2 moves again? The top and the bottom.
The top and the bottom. So what I'm doing here, I'm
Slowly.
okay.
And don't slap me anymore.
Okay, I'm here, and I'm giving him, you know, I'm doing this. I'm moving my hands, so he thinks the only thing's gonna come is with my hands or whatever. I'm moving my hands here, whatever. I even do something here, but then suddenly it's like from below, bang, a kick can come in. Bang, I can go for his groin or something like that. I can go for a knee or something, but it's gonna come down from low. And vice versa, if we're in a fight and I keep on just giving him kicks to his leg, I keep giving kicks to his leg, eventually he's blocking his legs, and I even look down. You know, I keep looking down, so my eye contact is here, and then suddenly the attack comes boom from up top. So it's just a case of luring that person to that false sense of security. And instinctively, we will always do that. You know, you'll see people fighting, they do this, because they see this person throwing loads of punches. And suddenly they think they're going high, then they go low, or they think they're going low, and they go high. And then they take them down. Okay, so in conclusion, okay, I think the real trick is to stick to the basics of the street fight. Always do what's reliable. Now, I know it will look amazing in a street fight to pull off some, you know, spinning back fist and, you know, some mad like butterfly kicks and stuff. But exactly, we are the praying mantis or, you know, the eagle claw or something. But it's like these things in a street fight, they're probably not gonna work. You need to keep it basic, keep it quick. And the way
You mean for the last 20 years, all of that late night stuff that I've been basing my career on doesn't work?
Listen, I love that stuff too.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, but it looks good in the movies, which is why we went to the movies to watch it. But on the street, it's really not gonna work for you. You need to just keep it simple, keep it direct, and you're more likely to be able to take someone down. Don't try to show off, don't try to showboat, don't try to think about looking good. Keep it basic and just practice those reliable techniques. You know, as you get better, you can practice more flamboyant techniques and make them more reliable. But it's all about practice, practice, practice. And then hopefully you'll never be in a situation where you get caught off guard.
Just before you go, don't forget the dojo is now open, okay? The links are in the description. The dojo, both Azu and I are at the dojo now. So just come and see us. You can come and train with us, see what's going on. Or if you just want to come and say hello, come down.
Look forward to seeing you. Peace.
Style up, beat it, get it, oro. Style up, beat it, get it, oro.